Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really looking forward to this episode of ReZero because I've just been thinking over the last week and I've been thinking like, all right. And I want your take on this, but I was thinking,
Sure.
has the insanity, have we hit like a fever pitch of insanity here? Like, I'm wondering, like, has the show kind of blown its fucking load on like crazy awfulness?
Oh my gosh, dude.
And it's like, we're done. And now we can just like relax a little bit for round 2 later tonight after a cigarette. And, you know, we can go into the later episodes and we'll be crazy again. Or is this like going to be a fucking nonstop gooner fest of just absolutely ongoing craziness, and like every episode is going to be one-upping itself until it's just this like horrific, you know, I could use more graphic metaphors but I won't, but like are we done? Like is this like a shock and awe thing and we're gonna like the season's gonna chill, or is this just gonna get worse, or do you think it's gonna maintain this level of like, because I don't know, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking back even through editing and I was just like, bro, I don't think I could do a whole season of fucking what will equivalently be like torture porn against Subaru. Like the last couple of seasons were pretty brutal. There was some brutal stuff, but it was just like, oh man, that's brutal. Like, okay, whew, wow, that was tough. But episode 2 with the hanging was just like, I was like, not feeling well for a little bit. I was just like, okay, that's a little much. Like, this is like some like Made in Abyss, I feel unwell at certain points in the show kind of like levels of uncomfortable.
I see what you're saying. Okay. I don't think it's going to be torturous in that specific sense. And I do think there needs to be a lull at some point. I don't see how it can just keep going up and up and up and up and up and not like numb the viewer out from like oversensitivity, right? Like freaking like touching an exposed nerve like so much or your like brain just shuts off and it's like, you know, any shock factor is gone. So I do think there needs to be a lull at some point. However, we haven't hit it yet. We have not seen more than just 2 archbishops doing their thing. And they were fighting. We know that there's 4 of them in the city right now, all with the same goal. What happens if they get it? Will they get it? Will Subaru manage to stop them? I have no freaking idea. But I think we're just getting started, dude. You got to buckle up, brace yourself, because at least 2 or 3 more episodes of just non-stop, just insanity. That's what I think. We'll see.
Great. That's great. Well, it's a good thing
I don't necessarily think it needs to be Subaru that suffers type of insanity.
Oh, good. We'll just share it around.
But more so just like plot insanity. Like, bro, what is happening?
Okay, the plot insanity is crazy and it can be exhausting, but it's a good exhausting. Like, oh my gosh, so much has happened. I feel like I'm exhausted. It's the like, we're doing horrible things to Subaru now, says ReZero. That like really, I hope we're not.
If you're asking about that specifically,
yeah, I guess that's like it was a 2-pronged question. I guess now in retrospect, it's like is the plot going to get more crazy? Yes, but like, are we going to keep upping the ante of what's happening to Subaru? Because last time was not fun. I will say, as like a visual and auditory experience of entertainment, I did not have fun with that particular scene. Everything else was crazy and fun and exciting. That particular part I did not enjoy whatsoever. There was no freaking glee in that. I was.
Yeah, no, I share your sense. I hate seeing Subaru suffer, especially like that. It's like one thing when it's not that any of his deaths have been clean per se,
but that was another level.
That was like just under the rabbits for me. That was like
really.
Yeah, I mean we've seen other deaths for him, like the one where his head just exploded. Just I don't know when it was, like episode 3 or 2, whatever it was. Like, yeah, when everybody's I think it was at the end of episode 4 when, or not exploded, but when Reinhard just cut off her head, and
when
then
he got
everybody's
sliced in half.
yes, and then like that's brutal, but it's like
but that's
instant, right?
Yeah,
the rabbits like, was prolonged.
Okay. Yeah, the rabbits was
prolonged.
Bad. If you could rate the rabbits on a 5 scale.
I forgot. I just briefly forgot. I just remembered now that the hanging also had
the fear factor.
The fear factor, the emotional, psychological torture side of it. It was to say that the rabbits doesn't as well, because he's freaking. Oh, there was also that one time where he walked over to Emilia, and he's just like his mind is also broken at that point, and he's been tortured physically. Right. So I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing with Subaru. I think it's flatlined, and we might get something equal to that within these next 2 episodes. I don't think it's going to go higher than that, because unless it's something like, it's much harder for me to like put myself in the mind state and honestly like sympathize with insane, torturous fear, right? Like I get it on paper that it's worse, because like, but I've never been so afraid that my mind is like snapping from fear. I have gotten like cuts and bruises, and I have been bitten by animals before, so I can more accurately imagine in my mind what like 1,000 of those little bites would be and the immense pain that it would bring. And you would also, while going through that, also be in a heightened state of fear and just mental anguish as well. So like, I want to say that on paper, the hanging is worse, but I don't know. And physically, the rabbits by far is worse.
But from an experience, a viewer experience perspective, you think the rabbits was worse than the hanging? Because I thought the hanging was worse than the rabbits by far. Like if I had to give a ranking so far, the hanging was a 5 out of 5 bad, and the rabbits was a 4 out of 5 bad. The rabbits was pretty brutal, but there was something especially gruesome about seeing Subaru freaking struggle as he freaking hangs there, and then the like fear looping as he's continuing to freaking choke out and die, that I was just like, okay, this seems a little gratuitous. Like he could have just died like right away. It would have been bad if he had died right away, but they kind of prolonged the scene, and I was just like, we can end this right now, please.
The fear factor is a huge component.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know.
Anyways, I don't want to harp onto it on and on, but I just hope that has at least crescendoed there. People in the comments are going to be like, "Oh boy, Graham, you just buckle up, buddy. You're gonna have a crazy time." Exactly. Okay, well, I don't need to know that, commenters. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, yeah, very good. Yeah. So, hopefully the craziness is all plot related now. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy, gruesome deaths. I just hope it's just not like that again. That's it.
Get ready to be proven wrong in the next 10 minutes. Just brace yourself, Graham.
Don't say that, George. I also noticed that this perspective is coming from the water. I have no idea. It's just an interesting shot. And we know that there is, from the live stream, we surmise that there was probably witch remains under here. Right, and so maybe they're after that, and is this like
zoom down into where it is?
No, I don't think it'll zoom down. I just think it's kind of an interesting shot of like looking from the witch remains up, knowing that like there's a bunch of crazy stuff happening with the people. I'm not saying it's the witch. Maybe. I'm just saying like it's a shot, right? This is a choice that they made, right? So that's all.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Let's just dive in, man. Get ready.
Okay. Oh, good.
That's auto. Great. Oh, no. Okay, it's not auto.
It's not auto, but...
Oh. Gluttony. Oh,
it's not.
Frick.
Bro?
Garf.
Oh, wow, they're that strong? Right, to find the kids.
She's looking the kids, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
What?
He's holding her hostage so that Reinhardt has to protect them.
What is he gonna do? What is happening here? I can't believe this is just like happening out of nowhere. Could it be her actually?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
We're getting a call? What the heck? That's funny.
What? He's bleeding.
Oh!
Oh, man.
Oh no, Mimi! Oh no!
Bro. Uh-oh. It's Garf and Mimi. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. She's dead?
No, heal her quick.
Whoa. Can you see my
I don't
asthma
know.
or something? What was that?
I don't know if that was grief or what. Oh, Mimi.
Oh, jeez.
It's not closing.
Is it like a cursed blade or something?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, man. Oh! Oh! She's broadcasting that, dude.
What is happening?
Oh, no,
Mimi.
dude. Oh, boy, dude.
I'm immediately sus on this guy for some frickin' reason.
Oh, dang. Oh!
Whoa. That's amazing. So it literally powers the city. Bro. Oh no.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh,
Garf.
Gar feels so guilty over this, dude.
He needs
Not
a
your
mentor,
fault,
man.
dude. I'm sure you did the best you could, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, dude.
Yes. 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 Come on, bro.
Yes.
Don't lose it now, dude. Don't lose it now.
Come on, Garf.
Yes.
Get back on your feet,
Yes.
bro. Bro, Garf is having a hell of a realization that he was a big fish in a hell of a small pond.
Small pond, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
realizing he's not even close to the top of the food chain when he thought he was literally the #1. His whole world is shattering before his eyes. That's crazy. Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, he is struggling.
Yeah, bro.
Oh no, I don't want to see this. No.
Oh, what? What happened? Oh, dude, it's just they're fast.
No,
Frick.
no, no.
Oh! It shattered through her scream. Oh.
Oh, Garf, you should have been paying more attention.
Bro. The Grim Reaper? But he's gonna blame himself.
Yup.
Yeah.
Garf.
Okay, we're getting a little bit of the old Garf back, but... Okay,
All right.
let's go, dude.
Okay.
Because he expects you to know what to do.
True.
Yeah.
Bro, that's kind of like a difficult scenario for Subaru to have to start dealing with. I never considered this, that people would rely on him more and more, and unless he's looped several times, he is not the wonder drug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
The crazy thing is that once he's successful, it's just going to continue to reinforce
It'll compound
this even more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there might come a point in which everybody like stops being proactive about everything, and they're just like, Subaru, tell us what to do.
I don't think they go that far, but I do think there is a point where they lean more and more heavily on like, well, Subaru is going to also come up with a plan, right? And they're like, bro, we need you. And Subaru is just like, bro, I got nothing. I mean, it's kind of happening right now, but...
Yeah, I don't necessarily mean like they'll stop and doing whatever in the sense that they're like helpless, but more so in the sense of like, what's the plan? Subaru, what's the plan? Tell us what to do.
I mean, it's kind of what they're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
when was the last checkpoint? Is it on the
last
bed?
checkpoint was when he headbutted the bard. Remember, she gave like a really bad wink.
That was a checkpoint. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the last checkpoint that we know of. Pray that is
sure
the
it's not the bed?
It's not the bed. We know as a fact it's not the bed. I speculated last time that it was the bed. I said, oh, I think this is the new checkpoint, is when he's going to wake up on this bed.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm remembering then. Okay.
Right. And it would be...
When did it happen that Reinhard
sliced him?
Cut everybody open?
It was in the area after talking with Sirius. It was just... So, like, they had the talking with the bard about the snacks. That's the checkpoint. Then they had the talking with Betty. Then they, which happened in a different timeline, to be fair, but just as an order of events. Then they had going to the square to see Sirius, and then Reinhardt came, sliced him, then he reset back to the bard. That's when he then did get Betty. And then they had the fight with Regulus, and then he got fricked up. Yeah, Emilia got taken, he got fricked up, and now he was in the bed, and now we're here.
Okay.
Right? Reinhardt never showed up.
In the fight with Emilia, he never showed up.
Right. He never, he got, yeah, he's now holed up in a hostage situation, so yeah.
Oh, dude, he's bleeding more.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just blood from before, I don't know. Yeah, that's a great question. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That's what I was wondering, yeah.
Huh.
And she probably has muscle memory. Okay.
What,
all right.
Does gluttony take away muscle memory?
I wonder.
You think? Oh,
oh, he's leaving.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is not good. Oh boy.
Oh boy. The pressure is mounting.
Oh no. Oh, that's how he gets him.
He really wants sloth. We're both lucky, huh?
Oh boy.
Don't say your real names.
That's how he takes your
Dude,
memories.
I thought that he could just like eat the memories independent of his knowledge of you.
I think he can eat the memories of you.
But
I think he can take
others?
He could take one of them away if you don't say your name, but if you say your name, he could take both. I think that's how it works.
That would make sense. Sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's an interesting mechanic. Okay.
It is. Yeah, this is his first run at this loop. Of course.
Dude, no way. Does Rem come back this season?
Bro, imagine.
Freaking Subaru. Julius is just trying to help, dude.
Yeah, right. Oh boy, where's the checkpoint, man? It's got to be the bed. You know what?
That's what I was thinking, right? Like, I think it's the bed.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I
the most logical one.
Yeah, I had mentioned that, I think, last video, that I thought for sure it was the bed. But it's also like he got up and then they got briefed. And then immediately Julius is like, bro, what's the plan? I feel like that's going to be like such a thing. He's going to wake up and Julius will be like, what's the plan? And Subaru's like, all right, now I got a good plan, right? Like, I feel like it's just set up perfectly.
Has he woken up on the bed more than once? I don't think so, right?
No.
Emilia was taken.
We don't know where the checkpoint is. As far as we know, the checkpoint is in the plaza with the fountain and the girl and the sweets question, right? But I don't think we'll go back that far, to be honest. I think it is on the bed, but we don't know that for sure, right?
Okay.
Oh, what the frick is that?
What is that?
This? No.
These are like eggs?
It's those two.
Oh, dude.
Oh. No way, dude. They're so good, actually.
They can parry that. Bro, what kind of creature is this dude with 4 arms?
Don't get overconfident, bro. Dude. Come on, Wilhelm. Frick him up. How?
Dude, where's Reinhard? Did he actually leave?
So it's true? What? So it's true. What could it be? What could it be, George?
The only thing that came to mind is the corpse of his dead wife.
That's what I was thinking too. Exactly somehow. What I was thinking.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. And it's not her, but like somehow it's retained all the skill and abilities, but it is no longer like a thinking being.
It's just a reanimated corpse. It's exactly what I was fucking thinking.
Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind. It could be something else, but...
Right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh! No way!
No way!
Oh, that was amazing!
Let's go!
Yes!
Oh! No
way!
Bro!
Oh, let's go, Subaru!
Okay.
Fusion magic!
Oh, they're scared of it.
Oh!
Jeez.
Dude, they're so strong! Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
A dragon?
No way, that's Lust? Is that there's no way that's a witch?
I don't know, I guess.
It's a freaking dragon? What?
Oh my gosh, you're right, it is actually. No, we saw a girl before. Yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe she's talking through this.
Oh, she's getting baited back. Let's go. Oh,
you smell particularly out of place. Oh.
What? Are they running away?
Dang.
Oh no, they are not running away.
No way. There's no way it got one shot, dude.
No way. Oh,
Ugh.
it did actually. It did not. No way.
Of course it does.
Wow.
Of course.
What? How?
You gotta cut off the head?
It's a corpse. It's not real. It's a freaking corpse. That's what this freaking chick does. Is she freaking using the bodies and then she can resurrect them. They're zombies essentially. They're fast healing freaking zombies.
Uh-oh. The time for what? Oh no. Are they flooding? They're flooding the frickin' town, dude.
You think so?
What else would the time come mean?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe they're not flooding it because these guys are still here and they're not running.
Why wouldn't they attack while they're like doing this whole thing? It's kind of funny.
Yeah, true.
Oh, okay. That's what he meant. All right.
He's gonna land on that leg, carrying a person.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Julius, catch him. No. Oh man, that's gotta freaking hurt like crazy. That's gonna open a wound.
Bro, what are you talking about, dude?
Ouch, bro. Oh, more? Oh,
He killed Otto, dude. He killed Otto.
bro, I thought that was Otto for like 0.1 second, and then I saw it was him.
Yeah.
Didn't he
but I saw
sound
the
just
green
like
first
Otto?
as well.
Kind of sound like a crazed
little bit.
Otto. If they have the same voice actor, I'm gonna be upset. I don't think they do, but okay, that's Otto's outfit.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no way Otto isn't dead, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, I know.
The checkpoint can't be the bed unless he's got out way.
I don't know. Whose outfit is that? No, it's not Otto's, I don't think. No, what the heck is this?
Dude, that looks like Otto's, man.
No.
We're not very smart. Once again, in like
Subaru, keep it together.
oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it's not Otto's. His has like buttons down
Yeah.
in the middle.
Wait, Roy. That wasn't the name you used
wasn't it
last
different?
time.
Yeah.
More?
Oh,
No
go.
freaking way. Are you serious? No. There's got to be a little bit more. Hold on.
okay. All right.
Hold on. Oh boy, what's this?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Why does she not have any clothes on? Oh boy.
Dude, what's he gonna do? Will you marry me? Is that what he's gonna say?
Oh jeez. I was worried that was gonna be the question. Bro, what a creep.
Yeah.
What a creep.
Okay, ReZero.
What a creep. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how she gets out of this, dude. There's no way. There's no way, dude. I don't think the show would go as far as like
you make a scene like this?
a scene like this, sure, but as far as like actually him violating Emilia, you think the show would do that? Do you think there's the kind of show to do that?
I don't know if the fan base would put up with that. With how waifu and freaking idolized she is. I don't know if the freaking fan base would be okay with that.
I don't even like frick what the fan base thinks. What does the author think? What would he do?
Yeah, I don't know. The
People
author
can
does
like
have to consider.
harp and complain all they want. If the author wants to make a story, they make the story they want to write first and foremost.
You're thinking about it from the perspective of the author of a book. And this is the author of a book in a sense, but you're thinking like novels, right? I think that so novels come out one book in a long, and then there's like a long space, right? And then you just get the freaking expansion pack when it comes out, or the sequel. But I feel like light novels and anime work a little bit differently. They're more like DLC. And so they kind of like are coming out a little bit more consistently. And I feel like the authors are a little bit more engaged with the community-ish, or they're kind of in tune. And I feel like anime fans are quite a bit higher level engaged than like novel fans are, to almost some unreasonable level.
Fair enough.
We've seen, this is not to slight anyone in the community, but we've seen hella passion from ReZero fans since we've been watching the show. So like I feel like there's some level of acknowledgement that like, okay, there's some things that I probably shouldn't do because it would upset the community to some high level that doesn't need to upset them. Like we don't need to do this to cause trouble for ourselves. That's my guess see that. From a meta perspective.
If the authors are that engaged with their community, then I see. Yeah, and I have no idea like if this particular author is or isn't. I would assume he is, but
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying and the reason I say this is because I'm a One Piece fan and I know and I'm familiar with like kind of how Oda-san or Oda-sensei does his like how the editors have a little bit shaped the story of One Piece of like, oh, I want to do this, but the editors are like, you can, but like, here's the repercussions of like what would happen if you did this, right? And I know that there's been I've read other conversations of editors being like, we shouldn't do that, like that, that's not good, right? And then they kind of pulling back and being like, all right, fair enough, we won't do that kind of thing, right? Okay. So I feel like that does have some level of influence. Maybe. I feel
like, not to derail too much the conversation from the show specifically, but I think something like that has its pros and cons. I err on the side of not letting the audience dictate the story.
Sure,
because
100%.
When the author first set 100%. It off in the beginning, they had a specific vision. Now, beat to beat, I could probably see an argument for like, yeah, there's probably like cooler ways to deliver things and, more awesome ways. But like, overall kind of plot points, I don't think the audience should have any input at all. I think the author is like, this is a story I want to write, I want to make. That's what gets made. Hopefully people like it. That's the attitude I think people should take, but maybe light novels are different.
Right. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I think that's a reasonable take. I just think that it's also possible that you get a better story with some input from the audience, right? Like maybe you thought of things or saw things from a different perspective that you're like, oh, you know what? I'm really glad that I'm engaged with the community because I wouldn't have considered this way of X, Y, or Z, right? Because like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen some shows where the author clearly didn't have any freaking clue how to end the series. And the community can come up with way better freaking fan endings than what they came up with.
And I guess a lot of major authors also do alpha readers, and they're like, how does this feel? Right? How do you guys like this? And
there you go.
They can get
it's
feedback.
Just a smaller scale version of that, right?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, maybe there is some fine tuning that can be done with that. But
I say,
as a general
why not?
Principle, I think the author should stick to their vision and make the story that they want to make.
I would say, for the most part, yes, absolutely. And then it wouldn't hurt to take little good nuggets that you see from the community and go, oh yeah, I'm going to put these in and make it better as a whole, right? Like some feedback or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like that won't happen. I feel like I've been in the anime community for a long time, and I haven't followed anything about ReZero with season 3, but I feel like I would have maybe heard something about a controversy of something really bad like this happening to Emilia, if that was the case. Like, I'm sure in like an off comment on an anime freaking meme subreddit or something somewhere, I would have saw a stray comment about this, but if it happens, and I would be surprised because then that means nobody said anything or I didn't see any comments about it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're Emilia. This dude asks you this. What do you do in her shoes?
I'm Emilia.
Emilia
George,
is not
you're making my dreams come true already.
Oh my gosh, bro, this freaking guy. Anyways, I'm totally gonna ignore that comment.
Oh,
she is pretty ignorant, at least from like she lived the sheltered life.
She knows what a virgin is. Is that what you're asking?
No. Essentially, what I was gonna say is, you and I can tell from this dude's face that he doesn't have good intentions whatsoever. I'm assuming Emilia can as well. However, like I said, she lived a sheltered life. Maybe she can't. I'd be surprised if she didn't, but also not like, it's not out of the realm of,
Sure.
of the possibility
She
that she
did-
doesn't know his intentions, right?
She did learn some things recently, so it's possible that she learned about some other things that are less savory having to do with that original topic, right?
Yes, sure.
So,
Sure.
it's
But-
possible.
so-
It's hard to say.
Yeah. What I'm saying is Emilia, she sees this dude, and in my mind, I think she thinks if I tell him yes, he's gonna have his way with me. If I tell him no,
He's gonna
he's
fucking
gonna try to kill
me.
me.
Right.
Yes. So it's
Yeah.
like
I just really
both terrible
hope
choices. One,
100%.
you're dead and
Yes.
everything's over. So
Yes.
that's like the worst of the two. But not to say the other one's good. It's just like
it's like 100-point
at
scale
least-
bad to a 99-point scale bad. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is I just really hope that the checkpoint is back with the bard, and I hope Subaru dies very soon, so that we can just avoid all of this, and none of it will exist, and nothing else will happen. That's my hope.
They wouldn't have shown us this if the checkpoint was with the bard.
You think so?
I don't think they would have shown us this. I think this feels like a... How do I explain it?
I can't imagine that the
Subaru is nowhere near here.
I
Not
know.
involved whatsoever.
I
and
know.
then so this would feel like this is knowledge that Subaru... This is something that Subaru has no knowledge of.
right.
Is going to get reset.
Right.
So why show the audience something that doesn't happen?
Because it's terrifying and it just barely almost happened, and so
Have
we're
they
like,
done
oh my
this
gosh.
before though? Have they
I don't
shown
think so.
something terrible?
I don't think so. No, like I don't think they've ever done this kind of like meta thing that I'm saying right now, where they show us something was about to happen, but Subaru reset and therefore it didn't happen. And so just the audience is like, "Holy frick! I'm really glad that didn't happen." That's never happened from what I can recall in the show. That being said,
Yeah, so
doesn't mean
that's
it
what I'm
can't
saying.
happen.
You're right,
All right.
but the odds of that versus this being the set timeline, or
There's
something that he's going to reset, but she's already going to be taken, or something like what I
No.
could see going with what you're saying is like this gives the audience knowledge of like the impending doom that Emilia is about to face, and like maybe this particular conversation can get reset. But like the doom is going to continue to be there because no matter how far Subaru goes back, she's already taken. And so it's just like a thing that can be in the back of the mind of the audience is like, bro, you don't even know it, but you're on a freaking ticking clock right now. Like he
Right.
already knew that, obviously. Like
Sure.
nothing with Regulus is nobody with Regulus is safe. But now it like gives actual substance to how fast that clock is ticking.
sure.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think there's no way the show is going to NTR freaking Subaru. You don't know what that means, but the audience will understand.
I don't know what that
There's
means.
no
Yes, you're
freaking
right.
way they're going to freaking do this. I don't think. I genuinely can't freaking accept that it would happen. I would be surprised. I think that they're going to dangle this as a like threat to the audience of like how bad this dude is. But I think like this is as far as it goes. It's like a threat. And then like it's like it's not gonna happen right now. It's gonna happen soon. So you better watch
what I could see
out.
happen, he's like, okay, we gotta get married first.
That's true. I
He's
could
like,
see there a
I'm
little quirk
checking-
like that.
And I'm gonna kill you if you're not.
Right.
Like, oh, you are? Okay, time to start preparing the wedding. We're gonna
Right.
get married. All
Sure.
my other 79
Okay.
wives are gonna be there.
Yes.
Freaking okay.
Weird. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 78, I guess it would be, because she's the 79.
Or 78. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
be a 79. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
Okay,
something like that.
bro.
Hopefully they write it off like that, something kind of silly and quirky like that. He is a bit of a weirdo, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll freaking find
I'm
out.
willing to kill thousands of people, but I gotta marry
We
my
gotta be married
79th
first.
wife
I'm not
first.
a freaking degenerate. Like,
His 79th wife.
that's very bizarre. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully this is not copium. We're gonna start next episode. It's gonna be the worst thing ever.
Imagine. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Well, as long. I don't know. No. I don't know. It's just not gonna be a good situation no matter what. So. All right. Well, this episode. They just keep digging the pit of despair right now with this whole show. Like it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. The dragon is a corpse that she's using, and it's got to be something with her authority. Because, at the very end of last episode, they showed like a mouth, and it was like a...
Yeah. She was in like the organ room or some kind of speaker room or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like some freaking little girl character that's immensely popular in the fan base because she's just a horrible, awful, like... insulting. I mean, she insults everyone, and she's a cute little girl character. Everyone's gonna love that. Like, there's just absolutely no doubt in my mind.
Who loves that?
Bro,
who likes that?
We have comments about people loving Priscilla, and we have comments about people loving I guess Priscilla's like the biggest offender, but like, come on, this is the anime community in general. Like, Tsundere's reign.
Stop it. Get some help. Why would anybody like an annoying little girl that just
our
insults
audiences,
everybody?
our anime fans, you can't say that, George. They're gonna unsubscribe. No. All right, he's a weebie. Okay. He's a weeb, guys. Forgive him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
I'm a weeb. What?
Or I mean, he's a normie. Oh no, frick, I'm flustered. No, frick. Let's go to the next episode, George.
Okay.
All right, on to the next one. Oh, great.
We're starting right into it, dude.
Oh no, why does he have to look like this right now, George?
He's happy about the answer. That's what I think.
No, I don't want anything to do with this. All right, let's do it.
Emilia, 君は少女かな? それだけは本当に大事なことだからさ.
Oh, so I guess...
Does she know what that means?
I think so. Yeah, you're definitely not a lowlife, dude. Uh-huh.
I'm actually genuinely interested in the interaction between these two characters, because he has like a weird way of like being sincere, kinda, but not really. Like he had this like thing with Subaru where he's like, hey man, you should give me your name. It's only right that you give your name. Like that's just the appropriate thing to do. And then Subaru gave his name, and he's like, yeah, see? Respect.
Was that
man.
So hard? Yeah, he's got like a weird sense of
right.
It's not even like morality. It's more like principles.
Principle. Like, that's the right word. Yeah, he's
like
got a weird set of principles. And Emilia like is very candid. And what is it? Naive, sincere. Like when she was fighting Sirius, like she had like just the weirdest things to say. Like, don't say those weird things, okay? And she's just like
that's
what are
mean.
you?
Here, take this ice to your. Let me bash your skull in with this like ice block.
Amelia's just kind of a silly, kind of very naive kind of character. So I'll be very interested in this conversation. Oh. Why? I'm not interested anymore. Does she know what that means? Yeah, she doesn't even know what that means.
She doesn't know what that is.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Very good. Get her some clothes.
The servants are his other wives? 84? What? Dude, he's had more than 79 wives.
I know.
There's 184, but only 79 are like that's the total number that are left.
Right. I think that's the interpretation. Yeah, yes. I kind of got that interpretation as well. Also, this line here is so freaking sad, dude. I mean,
stop smiling, if he gets told you to.
Yeah, it's so fucking sad. I thought maybe
he gets
like
bored of them and then just like
right. I was thinking like, is she under some kind of mind control? She looks kind of like dead-eyed, but she's dead-eyed for a totally different reason, which is just the saddest thing.
He refers them by a number. Doesn't even like say her name.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, she's so freaking cute. Oh. Oh, okay.
Little King.
Little King? Is that like a dig at him? Do you think that's a dig at the fact that he's a bit of a little king?
Maybe. I
Is
don't
that a
know.
passive aggressive? That girl's so based. 184, you're so based.
Dude, it's fast, dude.
No kidding.
Little girl user? That's a name he chose from.
Yeah, what? Oh, don't get goated, Subaru.
hands.
Come on. Come on, there you go. Yep. You want her back, don't you? That's right. Don't lose, Julius is right. I don't know how he wins, though, to be honest.
Oh, dude, he's putting so much weight on that leg.
I know. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is the room.
Oh, she's not here.
Oh, the dragon's here.
What?
Wait, is the eyes
Where'd
are
the girl
different?
go?
It's not a little girl. She was controlling her. This was the girl that the lust was using to control to talk through the thing.
That's who it was.
The dragon's eyes are a different color and it's growling now instead of speaking. So she's like jumping.
Hop from like corpse to corpse. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Kind of like a sloth.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, it is kind of like that actually. But she's not dead though. She seems. I mean,
she
she's
wants to
wincing.
continue using her, right? If she needs to do something with the meteor.
It's possible that she's controlling her. I don't know if it's like lust is a spirit and jumps from person to person, or if they have like a network
Like
of
mind
control, and then they can like assume direct control to one of the like networked zombies. But like this girl is not a zombie, right? So like, is it just a control network in general, and like the dragon's not actually dead? It's just they're in the control network? Or is she still, if it's just one, and it's like not necessarily like a network per se, or she can only be in one at a time? No, because she was controlling the dragon directly. Did she speak through the microphone at the same time? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was always she was speaking through the dragon. There wasn't a time.
She was speaking through the dragon. Yeah, I don't think she spoke through the mic at any point while we were talking to the dragon. Yeah.
So it's possible that she can only affect one at a time directly, and she could be.
That's what I would think.
Pretending to be captured right here, tied up. Right. That's what I'm. Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. But it's possible that she fled for some reason because they're off doing something else, right? But who knows?
Sure. And does it not die?
She's fricking up the dragon. Whoa, jeez, that was close.
That was close, dude.
Oh, no way. It's not healing?
Yeah, what?
Maybe only when it's directly
not being
controlled.
Yeah.
Oh, the eyes are normal. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
No. It's literally flies?
Those are flies. Or the corpses became flies.
I don't know. I thought it was flies because there was dead bodies or something, but it's literally giant flies. Close the door, bro!
Uh-oh.
No,
my
I knew
gosh.
I knew it. I thought you could tell from the eyes, but... Oh, it is her. What the frick?
Oh.
She's got a great face, though. Holy frick.
What?
Well, Subaru's got some freaking skills with this.
Oh! She's not dead, though.
No,
Not
for
dead.
sure not.
Her blood's purple, dude. It's like freaking bugs.
Oh!
Oh, the dragon's alive. He's dead. He's dead.
Yep. It's the end of the road. Wait.
Wait.
What? What's happening? What is this?
Uh-oh. Oh.
What the? Oh, she can transform. Okay. She's like a chimera type thing. All right.
What does any of this have to do with lust?
Oh, what?
He's like a shapeshifter. Oh my gosh, dude.
What the frick?
That's what it's lust. She can be your ideal girl.
Oh.
I see. Oh, it's a snake head?
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh gosh,
Subaru is
dude.
cooked.
How does she know this about him? Can she like read his mind or something?
I don't know.
Oh! Oh. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Jeez.
Oh!
His freaking leg is gone. What is
Dude,
happening?
this freaking chick, man.
Oh!
She's gonna bleed out to death?
Oh!
You gotta turn her into a fly. No way, dude.
What? No, Subaru, just don't look.
Oh. Oh. But her blood's like poisonous?
Bro, does Subaru...
Oh my gosh, dude.
Does it work on Subaru, though, I wonder?
Oh, that was her. She turned
Was
into
her?
a full-on dragon.
No, no, no.
Karush.
That was the dragon
That
who
wasn't
just got
Karush?
up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
For a
yeah,
second,
yeah.
I thought
Look, it's still got the
Karush
wounds, right? The eye and the
you're
cuts.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think she's saying not bad because the dragon's still alive, maybe.
Okay, that's what it was.
Okay,
yeah.
so does Subaru transform? It looks like, yeah, I think you're right. He is transforming. Does he like, bro, if he transforms into a dragon, it'd be very hard to kill a dragon. And how long is he going to be around for in this new dragon form? He needs to die, not transform into a monster. Maybe he transforms
You're
to
right,
a monster.
yeah.
These guys
Tries to
eventually
attack
show
her.
up, and then they kill the monster that is Subaru, right? They have no idea, and they're just like, oh, it's a monster. We got to kill it, right? Bro, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
this
right,
is
well,
crazy.
And then there's this. Once they find out it's her, I mean, I guess he knows.
They're like
They need
not
to
even
switch.
denting them.
They need to switch frickin' combatants. Bro,
Is
I don't
that who
trust
the
this
flies
guy.
are?
I don't trust this guy at all.
Oh!
Jeez.
Jeez, dude.
Oh, it's
Oh,
serious.
it's her. Dude, why is everybody so
crazy.
unhinged, man?
Yeah.
Right,
Dude,
they're
it's
dead.
just
They're dead.
it's just such
They're
a
dead.
pit of losses.
Oh, 2 minutes? What's she got at her sleeve?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
I don't
all
trust these
freaking
guys
dead, bro.
either.
Reinhardt, what the frick, bro? You
Bro,
could kill this guy in a
whole
millisecond.
Time? Yeah, what is happening?
Bro, you could literally just blink and kill this guy instantly. Or knock him out,
like,
at least. I know it's your
drunk,
dad,
dude.
but...
Yeah, he could take him out,
Like right
dude.
now,
He's drunk.
He's drinking.
Yeah, can't
you
you
could
just
just
move
knock
in
him
the-
out? Ugh. Oh, it's Otto.
Oh, those are... Yeah, what?
Otto's alive. Otto's alive. Bro, come
Oh,
on. You could have done that
finally.
before.
Finally.
I freaking...
At least he did it now. But yes, you're right. He could have done it way earlier. When he had his eyes closed. Oh, I thought that was Otto for a second.
Get wrecked, buddy. Oh, that was great. Great job, Fel. Oh, he's alive.
How did he get out of that, dude?
How did he get away? Yeah, what?
Yeah, how?
Oh.
White dragon scales.
So he called dragons to protect him?
Bro, Reinhardt,
What?
come on.
Bro, wake the frick up, Reiner. You gotta lock in, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, please. We need freaking Wrecking Ball now, please. Thank you.
Is this even all gonna matter? What's going on with Subaru, dude?
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Oh no. Subaru's gonna come out.
No way.
It's
They
over.
are flooding the
It's
freaking
over.
city, dude.
It's over, bro.
Everybody's dead. Yeah, it's
I just
over.
pray that Subaru sees this so he knows it's about to happen. Bro, Garf can't swim. Oh, maybe he can. I don't know.
Oh.
They're fine?
What? Yeah, have they not transformed yet? Oh, jeez, dude, how is he not
jeez.
bled out yet, bro?
Please drown. Please just die. I'm so sorry, Subaru. Please just die. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's an
Okay,
outro.
there's an outro? Okay, let's check it out real quick. I want to see if he dies. There's no way. Does Garfield save him?
I can't do it. Oh, it's over, bro.
my
It's
gosh,
so over. It's
dude.
never been more over than it is right now.
Oh boy.
It just keeps getting worse, bro.
Yeah. Oh. Home of Wisdom.
Okay.
Is this the actual timeline?
No, don't freaking put that on us, George. Don't.
How does
No.
how does
Don't
Garfield's
say
gonna
that.
rescue Subaru, dude? I don't think
No.
he's dead.
No.
I don't think he's
Don't.
dead.
No. No.
His
No.
leg has gotten fricked up again. Again. We're
No.
gonna have to like regrow it back somehow.
No.
He's gonna get like a
No.
bionicle leg, dude.
George, don't bring this evil into this house, okay?
All right, you're telling me you think Subaru's about to die? Why would they show us these additional demands and raise the stakes further if Subaru is he's just gonna reset it?
Don't ask me questions that I don't have the answer to, okay? I don't want
You don't have the
these.
answer to because you know I'm right. This is either the checkpoint has moved up or Subaru's not dead, dude. He is going through just the worst pain of his life, freaking drowning and having his leg just like chopped off, and he's like mid transformation somehow, and Krush was whisked away by the dragon. He's like still up there. How they escaped, I have absolutely zero idea. Maybe the dragon kept fighting her or something. But how could
Listen.
he tie Krush to the freaking dragon's leg? I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
not very happy with you or ReZero right now, okay?
All right, Graham, tell me how this resets then. Tell me how this resets.
He gets saved by Garf if he can swim at all. If he can't swim, he's dead. He gets saved by Garf.
Okay.
And then he either bleeds out or he does eventually now transform into a monster, and they're forced to kill him because he's become a horrible monster. And then that's how he resets. That's why. That's what's going to happen next episode. Yeah, he's going to reset 100%. Actually, I'm completely on board with this now. He's going to transform. They're going to have to kill him. It's going to be sad and tragic for everybody. But then he's going to wake up in the bed with the injury, and he's going to have a whole new game plan. I have legitimately no idea how the frick they overcome any of these characters, though, because they don't even have enough strong characters to deal with these characters. That's a whole nother separate issue. But
what happens to Lust's blood? That's the only way I could see him resetting. If something happens with that, could he be immune to it? Like he's immune to Gluttony's effects.
He's immune to Gluttony's effect.
To Sloth's effect. He could see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He could see the unseen hand.
Right. I understand. He may be immune to the transformation.
Yes.
I'm just going to pretend that I didn't think of that at any point in the past. And we're just going to pretend that this is all going to go away. It's all going away now, George. It's just a matter of imagination.
Even if he's immune, is Krush immune? She hadn't transformed yet. Maybe she just has such strength of will or of character or something, and she can't transform.
It's very confusing why she hasn't transformed yet. Maybe like Subaru did a small blood transfusion, and Subaru's witch-infused blood beat out the infectious blood that was put in her. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man.
Sure.
I do have to painfully admit that I really do like Lust's design a lot. I think she's got a great face, and her eye design is really nice.
Bro.
I'm a big sucker for eyes. That's like my number one freaking feature is eyes, and I think her eye design was really good, and she made some nice faces. She's very animated. I really like that. She had some I thought the faces that they did for her was really good. So I'm just going to say she's an unhinged character. She's not necessarily like a character I like, but I did like her design at least. So I'll just say that. Okay. All right.
Okay. We don't need to rehash out our whole 3D, 2D conversation again. We can just push that
George.
aside.
Spare the audience. I mean, that's great. So,
and I'll just say, okay, bro. That's what I'll leave it at.
All right.
You can like what you like. That's fine.
I will. Thank you very much. Don't judge me, George. It's a judge-free channel over here. I think.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
That doesn't sound very judgeless, actually, right now.
Of course.
Very good. Very cool.
It totally is.
Anyways, moving on. This situation is incredibly dire. It's just, I genuinely, like, even if Subaru reset right now with all the information he has, even if he got a little bit more information and reset, I genuinely don't know how we overcome this scenario at all. Like, before it was like, okay, now Subaru has knowledge and we can like play our hand against them and like come up with a strategy against like, you know, this
we've gained
one
no
guy.
Knowledge.
Right.
Nothing at all.
We've gained very little knowledge that will help. And the odds are so incredibly overwhelming. We have Gluttony, we have Sirius, we have Lust, and they're all active participants in whatever the hell this freaking whole thing is. And Regulus is here as a potential wild card that he could get involved in all of this, though maybe this isn't part of his mission. He just happens to freaking live here. But then his house is getting freaking flooded, I guess. I don't know why he's not upset about that.
How does Lust know about the wedding? Like, how?
I don't know. It could have something to do with the network connection kind of thing with Lust, right? If there's some kind of network thing. But that seems like a pretty freaking busted up power. She can just like know all the thoughts of people connected or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it's possible that like Emilia's taken. There's like an intermission period where Subaru is passed the frick out. We don't know how long that was. It could have been like several hours, right? And so Regulus could be like, hey, I'm going to hold a wedding. You better not interrupt. You know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's possible that through some series of events they hear about that Regulus is getting married to Emilia, right? It's not kind of out of the possibility, I think.
Yeah, and like forget his name, the dude with all the rings, he said that they can't physically move the witch's remains.
Right.
Because it will flood the city.
Yes.
Well, the city's already flooded now. Like he said, worse than when we initially killed her. So maybe all levels of the city get flushed or something. But it's like, okay, that part of it is gone now. But do they still have the ability? Is there like, there's no scuba diving teams that can go freaking like chip her out? Like how are they supposed to meet these demands?
Right.
Of lust and of everybody else?
Yeah, they like physically couldn't get to her if they wanted to, kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's gonna have to be one of the archbishops that goes down there and does it, right? And like,
yeah, I don't know how they get down to the bottom of this at all. Like, if the witch can drown, well, then that means all of the other
everybody can drown.
Yeah, that means everybody can drown. So then it's like, okay, so how exactly do you get down there? You're flooding it seems almost counterproductive. Because it's like, well, flooding, it's just going to bring more water, and now the remains are under more water. So what exactly was the point of this? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Typhon was the witch of Wrath? No, not Wrath.
Pride?
Pride. Okay.
Typhon. Yeah. Typhon. Pride. Right. She was the little girl.
There's no Pride Archbishop because her witch factor is still with her witch remains. That's why they want the remains. They want to extract the witch factor out.
Okay.
And then they can start Pride. Then they can make Pride.
Yep, that makes frickin' sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense if the witch factor's still down there. Yep. Because she's dead, for sure, but the witch factor could still be there. Yep. You frickin' cracked it, George. That's a frickin' brilliant one.
Okay. So, you think Pride comes? An Archbishop of Pride shows up. We've already gotten rid of gluttony, right? At the end of season 3, what does the game board look like? Subaru and his friends that are still alive versus how many archbishops? There's no way they take out all 4 in this season. Like, then who's next? The Witch of Envy? She comes back from the freaking grave? No, right?
Sure, but like, okay, so you're telling me that there's a end point to this scenario where the bad guys don't get what they want and the archbishops are all still alive?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, right? Like, you think Pride comes back at the end of season 3? But you think they get what they want, essentially?
Yeah, I think it's possible that they get what they want, and then it's just a matter of, like, the loops are not stopping this. The loops are trying to minimize casualties.
Oh, boy. All right.
Because I don't know how else. I legitimately have no idea, other than, like, Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you deal with any of these guys. Like, any of them have been too powerful to deal with at all. Like, literally none of them have been dealt with whatsoever. They couldn't even deal with Sirius after a couple of loops.
Reinhardt is back. He's back. He took out Sirius. So maybe he can take out 1 or 2. I don't know. This is wishful thinking.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean,
yeah, somebody's going to have to explain us in the comments how he could, in the milliseconds that she was freaking out, he could, like, rush at his dad. But in the milliseconds where he has his eyes closed and he's chugging a freaking bottle, he's drunk, okay? This dude's reaction time is slower than usual. Sure, it's so crazy because he's a master swordsman. Okay, I'm willing to concede that.
The answer
but still, Reinhardt should be faster. This feels 100%. Like a plot hole, in my opinion.
The answer is anime. It's the same answer that, like, when the dragon was talking and they were throwing an attack at the dragon and Subaru was causing a distraction, that the 2 cloaked figures didn't just gut all of them in the stomach while they were fighting, right? It's the same kind of thing. It's just like, things need to kind of pause in random places, and as long as we don't show them on the screen directly, then you're going to kind of forget that it's happening, okay?
All right.
Kind of.
All right.
That's my guess.
At least he's back. That's a big point in our favor. What does he actually do? Can he even find where they are? She did say I have my people in all the towers, so don't even try anything. Does he just start like hitting tower after tower? But it's like too late now. The city's flooded.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know how we get. I don't know how we get Reinhardt out of this situation earlier, because like Subaru has no knowledge of it, right? So even if there was
he
a
has
loop,
no idea where Reinhardt is. Yeah, and like, yeah, dude, the city flooding is such a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just showing all this because this is
show
all
how bad
happening.
it's gonna get.
Yeah, how bad
This
it
is
could
like
get.
the
But we
bottom.
actually do reset.
Right? It's like, here's the bottom of how terrible it was because Subaru had no knowledge. And then now we can celebrate each rung up the good things are happening tier because we had to hit rock bottom first in order to appreciate the climb. Right? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Maybe it's because
Cope.
Subaru hasn't died yet that they're continuing to show this, because this is the series of events that would happen should Subaru fail.
Right.
And okay. All right. I'm taking some of your copium. I'm taking the mask, and just like in the airplane, you put the mask on yourself first.
That's right.
You pass to the other.
That's right. I put my mask on. Now George has got it. Very good. We're all lined up. There's a little bit of turbulence, but that's okay. Air pressure changed in the cabin. But now that we've got our freaking copium over here flowing, everything's gravy.
Okay, I still need some more of that hopium, man. Okay, he resets. He wakes up at the bed.
Yes.
What does he do? I don't expect you to have all the answers, but it's like, okay.
Well, first of all, he knows going to the central hall was a freaking ruse. There's nothing there that's good. So, let's not go there.
Stopping the flooding?
Right, that's a freaking trap. Right. So stopping the flooding.
Yeah.
I guess he's like kind of aware. Is he passed out though? Like he doesn't even know the flooding is happening right now, potentially. Right.
Yeah, he could be passed out and not know.
Right. I mean, he was freaking flailing around and with his eyes closed. It seemed he was pretty passed out. Like if he was awake, I feel like he'd be like, "Oh frick, I'm freaking flailing on the dragon, holy frick!" Right. But he's like kind of flailing about. So he doesn't even know that that's happening. So again, like I said. He could wake up after Garf saves him, see that there's the flooding, transform into a horrible monster, get killed, reverse, and go, all right, they're going to flood the city imminently. Going to the city hall is a trap. Here's a new plan.
Okay, but like, why? I don't know, dude. The copium's wearing off, man.
No, it's not.
Some more soon, dude.
No, stop thinking.
Why show the whole scene with Otto if was just gonna reset, right?
Because they're need to explain to us right now where Reinhardt is going to be during the other parts of the reset, right? Because if they don't show this, like now we know he's going to show up later, but Subaru needs to do some stuff in the midterm, and they don't want us on the second loop to be like seriously, where the hell is Reinhardt this whole time, right? But now we know that answer, and we know he will show up at some point, but it's after the would-be flooding has started. So it's like in the midterm, we know that we need to like stop and prevent things until the point of what would be flooding when Reinhardt becomes available. So they don't have to show the Reinhardt scene again, so that we know that when he shows up, it's not a convenient, oh, now he shows up, how convenient. It's just like, no, that's when he was available and free. So we already know that how his story went, and then he shows up, right?
All right, let me take some of that. Let me see.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see.
It's pretty weak, man. It's pretty weak.
Come on.
Weak. I don't know, dude.
That's some of my
I need a stronger
dude.
Dosage, man. I need a higher concentration. Open the valve a little more.
Oh man, come on, dude. This is premium from Japan. Frick. Jeez.
I don't know, dude. Let's
hope.
What
do you mean?
I hope
that's pretty good.
I hope I'm wrong. We'll see. Maybe this is just shows where Reinhardt is, and we get a way in which Subaru can get a message. He finds a little bug, just like Gandalf freaking grabs the moth and whispers a message into it. He grabs a freaking cockroach and whispers a message into it.
Okay, who's got the freaking weird hopium copium ideas now? Okay,
Dude, I'm trying to open the valve. Okay, listen, it's weak to begin with. All right, don't blame the messenger.
Yeah,
right. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I will believe it when I see it, and I hope I am wrong and there is a reset. But it just feels like we've seen so much information.
Yes,
that will
we have seen a lot.
Be reset.
It does cast a little bit of doubts about the resetting. Do you genuinely believe? I need your 100% take on this. Do you think that the checkpoint is updated, or do you think it's all the way back at the bed at minimum, maybe further back?
I don't think we're back at the Bard.
I don't think we're back at the Bard.
Any single way in which Emilia taken doesn't get reset.
Right.
Sorry, gets reset.
Gets reset.
Where
yes,
Emilia
I agree 100%.
Reset, yeah.
It feels like from a scenario meta perspective, we have moved on from the courtyard stuff.
Yes.
And we've moved on to a new segment of the story right now. So I don't think we'll go further back to the bed. But do you think it's updated? Do you think Subaru is going to be laying on a roof with Garf and a bleeding leg, and the checkpoint will save right there, and then 5 seconds after he wakes up and the checkpoint's there, he gets stabbed and dies, and then wakes up immediately and then knows he's about to get stabbed and then like rotates? I don't know. Anyways, do you think that Subaru...
I think it's the bed, dude. I think that's the checkpoint.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then it's fine. Then it's nothing. It's totally fine. What do you mean? The copium worked just fine then if you think it's the bed.
No, because just because it's a bed right now doesn't mean it can update at a certain point.
What?
Like, let's say he doesn't die right now.
Okay.
And they take shelter in some place. The checkpoint can update at any point in time.
So you're thinking, but is it going to? No. I'm talking about like, you can't really say that. That's really kind of fundamentally dissolving the question, right? The question is...
Okay, maybe I didn't understand your question then.
Right, because the question is when he resets next, basically, is what the more poignant question is. Right?
Okay.
Because like, it's one or the other. It can't have been at the bed at any point if it's now in the future, because we never knew it was at the bed to begin with. It could have gone from Bard to future. So you can't say like, well, it could update in the future. It's like, yeah, but like...
I see. Yeah.
Deal in that scenario.
Okay. That's a great question. I feel like $55.45. He's not going to reset.
55.45. It's bed or some future point.
Yes. Yeah.
So you think 55% it's bed?
55% it's every single time that I think about it, like new things come to my mind. I'm like, well, there's that thing that you didn't think about. Okay, this is what I can give you for the pros and cons of each. Pro for it being on the bed and him resetting back with new knowledge. The biggest pro to that is the flooding. If everything else that has happened now happened almost just exactly as it did, and we didn't have the flooding, I'd be almost convinced that he's not resetting anytime soon.
Jeez.
But especially because he didn't transform. He came out of the freaking dragon all freaking... Like, let's say Garf catches him and he's got his leg off and he has to freaking do something, right? To heal his leg or whatever. But it's like, it feels so hopeless with the city flooded. There's like, what can they do? What do you do? What do you do with the city flooded? Like, I literally can't think of it. It's not that I can think of a potential out, because I can't think of a potential out in any scenario. But it's just like the flooding is, we've been freaking piling on bricks of obstacles. The flooding feels like a freaking pallet in of itself.
Right. The flooding is like the world end scenario, right? It's like all these other bad things like don't necessitate a reset per se, but like then the world ends. It's like, well, we know for sure we're going to get a reset now. Then, so like the flooding is kind of like, okay, this is like the ultimate bad thing that's going to happen that needs to be stopped.
This is Emilia dying.
Right.
I don't
this
see
is
a show continuing with Emilia dead and Subaru's like, all right, well, time to keep going with my life, right?
Right. Like
Yes.
the failure point of this loop set is going to be the flooding, right? It's just like,
Yes.
how do we figure out how to stop the flooding? There's going to be other bad stuff that happens in the midst of all of this, but the flooding is the absolute failure point that has to be reset from. That's the way you're looking at it.
Yes. Yeah. So with that in mind, that actually tips me a little bit more towards the checkpoint is the bed. What tips me against the checkpoint, we haven't seen it yet, and it's going to get updated to some future time, is just all the other things that have happened. Like, why raise the stakes even further now with the 3 new requests from the witch? Like, once you stack up enough obstacles, it feels too convenient to just undo them by resetting. Right. And it feels like so far ReZero has walked a perfect tightrope where they get just to the high watermark line of when it's like gonna flood over and it's gonna feel cheap, but they never cross that line. And it's just like
they're putting. Boom, you're saying that
we
this
got
scenario,
to the max. The max number of bad things happened before we could reset without subverting the stakes that we laid down. Right. Without like
you're saying that they're setting up too many dominoes too conveniently to be knocked down, that it's going to be a little bit transparent when Subaru resets and goes, all right, so here's all the information I know. It's time to knock down the dominoes now. They've been all set up for me to knock down. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. And it's not even necessarily like, oh, one reset, I have all the answers now. Like he's had to work for them, but I'm explaining this poorly. But it's just like, yeah, the best way I can explain it is exactly how I've said it. Like, let's say this is not exactly how it works, but let's just simplify it. Let's say 10 bad things have to happen, that if all those 10 things were reset by Subaru dying, you'd be like, oh man, he has so much work to do. And like, oh, this sucks. And you can see like Subaru working towards it. But if 10,000 bad things happened and it just reset, it's just like it becomes he just reset because he had to reset. There's no victory. They just like gave us bad things after bad things, to the point that it's just like, again, like the exposed nerve thing that we were talking about in the intro. It's just like too many bad things have happened that, like, of course you had to reset. Like there was no
we
other
knew it
outlet.
was coming. It's like, exactly. Yeah, well, we know it's coming now because like so many bad things have happened. This is clearly not the timeline.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so like, I feel like enough bad things have happened already that it's just like, or sorry, the opposite. A lot of bad things have happened, but have enough bad things happened where, again, take out the flooding.
The flooding, okay.
The flooding is what tips me towards. Sure. We're at the bed checkpoint.
As enough other bad things happen to warrant a full reset.
Exactly.
To reset all those bad things.
It's not that they're good. That these are bad things that have happened that you want reset.
Right.
But take out the flooding. It's like I could see the timeline continuing.
Right.
So that's why I'm torn. Again, the flooding is the single act that tips me over. Obviously, it's a big act, but yeah. Hopefully, that jumbled way of explaining it makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think we're gonna go back to the bed. I'm like almost definite sure about that. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. It's pretty bad. I don't know. Even if he resets, I just don't understand how we overcome it. That's the question that I have. It's just like, how do we...
Step one is you stop the flooding. I hope
that's what I'm
Subaru
saying. How?
is like passing out almost, and he's like, oh, look, there's a flooding, and then he like lands and the freaking dies, right? He's like, oh, the last memory, right? And so like now he can like start working up a plan. The place that they went to was kind of a ruse. Like there wasn't anything there for them to do.
Right.
They met Lust, but like, okay, all right. Do you think you need all the towers activated at once to flood, or do you think like each tower floods just opens a specific gate? Right?
No idea,
it's like,
bro.
With like a nuclear weapon, right? Everybody has to do the keys, and then they have to press a button at the same time. That's how they show it in movies. I don't know if that's actually how it legitimately is, right? But is this a similar scenario where they're like talking on the freaking radio to each other? They're like, all right, turn the key, press the button, and if there's a tower that hasn't pressed a button, it doesn't
or
open.
Is it a central?
Because if so, then take out one of the towers, you stop the flooding. You
stop all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And then all Subaru and his group have to do is friggin' Reinhard can be the ones like, all right, this is my job. Nobody's getting past me. We don't want the flooding. I'm guarding this thing with my life. Obviously, I'll live and win. And then everybody else can focus about everything else. And that would be a very convenient, and also like I say convenient in just a little bit because it would be like make the most sense. But it would be a convenient way of keeping Reinhardt out of the fight so that the rest of the fight feels earned, and when like the main characters like freaking they earned that victory and Reinhardt didn't just walk over everybody. That makes sense.
I don't think it's just one will stop all of the other ones. I don't think. It's certainly possible the lights changing color maybe could denote that like they all have to be in sync in order to do the thing. But I don't know. I feel like
I have no idea.
There's a central mechanism that like opens up all of them, and then you could maybe
Didn't she
disable
just say
one.
though, like my minions or whatever have control of all 5 towers, so don't even try anything?
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't that mean that they can just open any of them and then it would start the flood? Right? Why would you need control over all 5 towers if one tower controls them all, right? Or if one, like stopping one of them would stop the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
it feels very poor and unsafe design. Obviously, I know they were trying to catch a witch. There is no like redundancy measures that I should expect from a story like this, but from like a real world, applying like my real world knowledge to such a thing like this.
Sure.
Like you would want redundancy. So it feels to me very redundancy, especially when it comes to safety. So it feels like too dangerous for every tower to work independently.
Sure. I feel it. But yeah, I think it's possible if she's got minions on each of the locations, then maybe they do have to all be activated at the same time, right? Maybe that's why they're all there at the different locations, so they all have to be activated.
Yeah.
But it seems like, I think personally, just like kind of like you were saying, it seems like a bit too easy of an out to stop the entire super bad event. Like that's the failure state event, if we're going to say that it is. To be able to stop it with just stopping one of the towers seems a little bit too easy. Right? Like it seems like if this is the event to overcome for the season, then all of the towers would have to be stopped, and it's going to be like this massive hurdle for Subaru to figure out how to stop
6D chess to like get them all.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
The only thing I would say is on paper, having to stop only one, you're right, sounds too easy. It would all depend on what is required to actually stop a singular tower, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
The freaking Garf, Wilhelm, and whatchamacallit, the wolf dude.
Oh.
And the wolf guy, they couldn't take out 2 of those minions.
Yeah, but those are like 2 of the strongest for sure.
I agree. That's the most likely scenario. However, I was gonna say, what if there's like 2 of them per tower? And because this is like the central hub, they're the ones guarding outside where what's-her-face is.
The odds are already stacked so freaking high against them. I don't think there'd be like 2 of them per tower kind of thing. I couldn't imagine that.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
We literally don't even have enough characters at that point to 1v1 everyone properly.
Reinhard could 1v2 those guys though.
Sure,
right?
but like I don't think this show is going to start utilizing Reinhardt to start wiping out swaths of the freaking enemies like that.
And I do to argue against my own point, what Wilhelm said is like, so it is true. I think these two are unique characters.
Yes. I was trying to think like if one of them is his wife, his deceased wife, I was trying to think like who could the other one be? Like, would we know? Do we know who that other person is? But I don't think so. I couldn't think of anyone with like multi-hands or anything like that or growing limbs.
Well, he grew additional hands.
Yeah.
Even so.
But we don't know if like they grew that based on their ability or like they've always had more hands. It's just they're not always there.
They're like
so they can like
hiding.
spawn them when they need them. But like it's not like they're spawning limbs per se, right? Like new limbs.
Yeah.
It's like they were always there, just not present, I guess. So.
Okay. Well, we'll
Holy
have to
frick.
wait a week, dude.
It's crazy.
I am dreading season 4. These cliffhangers at the end of each episode are terrible.
Yes. Absolutely.
Watching them 2 at a time is like the best way to do it. I can't imagine everybody that watches this 1 episode at a time. I salute you because that is brutal.
You're going to be saluting yourself pretty soon, buddo. Freaking it's almost half tempting to watch it like halfway through the season so we can do double episodes all the way until the end of the season. But I know obviously people will not like that, and it would be better for the channel in an intelligent way to just watch it live. So we're not going to do that, but it is what it is.
Break the channel. We're not doing it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah. Yep. Well, we got some comments to shout out, George, and we've got some break times to look at as well. Let's get those break times done first, and then we will do the comments.
Perfect. Let's do it.
そろそろお城に行かないといけないんだから。エミリアさん、もうちょっと。エミリア様とスバルちゃん。
Felix.
フルシュさん、フェリス。リゼロから始めるブレイクタイム。
ドキドキ Royal Selection Social Gathering。
お久しぶりです。エミリア様、スバル様、そしてベアトリスなのよ。お初にお目にかかります。ベアトリス様。礼儀正し
Okay, this is really weird, but when everyone's in chibi form, Beatrice is like basically as big as everyone else, and it's kind of freaky to see giant Beatrice just like chilling with everyone. It's a little unnerving.
ところでスバル君、その格好で授与式に出るの？論考賞だよ。言われなくてもちゃんと着替えるっての。あえてその格好もスバル君っぽいけどね。
What? He's been working out?
Yeah. Oh, it's the gate. Completely broken, dude.
What does that mean? Yeah. Oh, now. Oh.
Because it's passing it on to Betty?
Ah. Yeah, true. He wouldn't be able to export the freaking stuff.
Punches of gratitude? What? Ooh.
Wait, what's the distance on this?
Yeah. Is it just the fact that it's a contract? That it doesn't matter? The distance?
Oh. Okay. What's the
now, I
distance?
know this is anime, and I shouldn't like think about it too literally, but when he was holding her like this with zero like strain. I'm like, how heavy are spirits? Is she like 5 pounds, and that way he's just like holding her
I
like
can't
this? Or
believe
is she
that
the
George
weight
is-
of like a small child?
I can't believe that George is the first person to ask on this channel how heavy Betty is.
Oh yes, Betty, but just like spirits in general, right? Like, are they
yeah, of course. Yeah,
are they
yeah.
heavy or like
It's a great deflection.
I don't know? It's just
That's
like,
a great. Yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
true.
I'm holding just like 2 pounds here. It's what
Right,
it
right.
is.
Yeah, she like lighter than air, and like, or maybe her only weight is her clothes, right? Like maybe her body doesn't have like a weight
Like
to it.
weightless. Yeah.
Interesting. That's a good question. Okay, so what the frick? What about the distance on that? Is he building up mana right now?
She is worn out right now, right? That's what happened to Betty.
Yeah, she hit like super low point.
And so
Yeah.
she's on the bed right now.
Right. She's like in comatose.
Um,
I'm wondering though, like how far does he need to get from Betty before the mana stops being siphoned from her, right? Like, is he far enough right now
Or
where
from
he's
him,
building up
yeah.
mana? And how long does the mana build up take to the point where you freaking explode?
I assume Subaru's own. Do we know if he has a lot of mana or not? Like, does he continually generate more or less mana than somebody else?
Than the average person? We have
Yeah.
no idea. No idea. Yeah, I wonder. So, can
I don't
his
know.
gate never be healed?
Honestly, bro, if Betty managed to freaking regrow a leg and sew the tendons and everything together,
Paris?
isn't
Wait,
that
Betty?
why Betty was? Yeah, isn't that why she was
Oh.
down? Right?
Yeah, but
She did
no,
all
it's
that?
because she healed everyone
did it to-
after.
Oh, okay. Well, still, if they can do whoever did it, Ferris or Betty, if they can heal a leg,
A limb. Yeah.
they could heal. They could heal a gate.
I mean, unless I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But like if Subaru's leg was blown off a year ago, could you repair that?
That's a good question.
Right. I mean, his gate shattered completely a year ago.
Yeah, I guess. Like, the thing is that I would like to see Subaru eventually gain more powers besides just his like knowledge of the future past. The future that is the past that happened but is going to happen, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
So if his gate's permanently broken and he can never heal, then like there is no power scaling for Subaru, right? He's not going to get, he's a human being from Japan.
What do
He's
you
not going to
mean?
get to like the levels of strength of like Reinhard, right? So
Why?
I mean, Reinhard's like freaking lightning fast.
Right, but like why wouldn't Subaru be able to level up because his gates is broken?
I mean, how would he if the vehicle for him gaining more power isn't magic based?
Well, he's got
The
one
only
thing
other
that's
thing I
not
could think-
magic based. It's invisible providence, right?
No, I guess maybe that can level.
And he's got physical prowess. And I don't know what you mean. Like he could still use magic, can't he?
I thought the gate was what allowed you to use magic. Maybe I
No,
misunderstood
the
what
gate.
the gate was.
The gate broke when he was fighting with Garf, right? Wasn't that when it broke?
What does the gate do? I thought that was like the medium with which you controlled your magic. Is it not?
It's the port in which you expel mana for sure, and that allows you to cast spells, I guess. Yeah, so and then maybe he was casting it through Betty. So maybe that's it. He just has to cast through Betty. So he can scale up with magic. It just has to be with Betty around, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, like
What are the
physical wise.
ramifications?
Yeah, like we've seen he's trained, but he's like physically strong as like a human being would be.
Right.
Reinhard is physically strong in Reinhard. Same with like all the other fighters. They're just
Right.
like they're on another level physically.
Right.
And I don't think Subaru will ever like match him. He's not gonna be the dude freaking chomping on a sword to like stop it, or like stopping it with his hands like the other dude here, right? So like the only vehicle through that is magic, and if his gate is permanently broken, then
I don't know. I don't know what the full repercussions or how they could get around that, or if it could be repaired. Those are 3 questions that we don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's
One
go.
more break time.
One more break time. Yep.
兄弟、チッター機嫌直ったかよ。
ある。ゼロから始めるブレイクタイム。
大爆風。
Great Waterfalls Followers.
すまねえな兄弟。嫌な気持ちにさせたろう。
そりゃあな、プリシラといい、あの酔っ払いといい。
返す言葉もねえよ。
まあ、お前に言ってもしょうがねえや。そういえば、なんであるは俺のこと兄弟って呼ぶんだ？他の奴らにはしてねえよな。
おいおい兄弟、まさか気づいてなかったのか？
何が？
ヒントがいるか。風が吹けば？
おけやが儲かる。
来年の話をすると
鬼が笑う。
は？
笑うか。
These are well-known Japanese proverbs. Oh.
分かってるって思ってたんだがよ。
何も話してくれてなかったじゃねえか。
二人して何なのかしら。
Bro.
強いて言うなら、互いの故郷が同じって確認みたいな。
Yes. He's from Japan?
Hi? Oh boy. Oh boy.
What? Okay, let's keep going, but what?
同郷がいるなんて聞いたこともないのよ。
ああ、俺って前例がいるんだし、他にも俺みたいな人がいてもおかしくなかったんだ。あるわ、こっちに来てどのぐらい。
Oh my gosh, dude.
確実じゃねえが。
19 years.
Interesting.
で、あるさんは。
おいおい。
Yeah, come
Okay.
on. You're brothers. You don't say sad. Come on.
ある。俺たち以外に同じ立場のやつを知ってたりするか？
What guy that got made this place?
What? Just them two?
同郷と会えたのは兄弟が初めてだ。
Wow.
そうか。
Wow.
だからすげえ嬉しかったんだよ俺は。
When did he figure it out? I guess when he saw him like in his tracksuit.
Yeah.
自分が狂人かもしれねえと疑ってたくれいだぜ。
Aw.
ある。
Oh my gosh.
陣営は違っちゃいるが、個人的に兄弟のことは気にかけてるってわけよ。
Yeah, he's
Oh
as
my
tied to
gosh,
his old
dude.
life.
俺の兄弟
What?
しっかり守ってやってくれ。ベアコ。
言われなくてもちゃんとやるかしら。あと、その呼び方はスバル以外には許さない。
ああ、知ってるよ。
Okay. Why is this in a break time? What are all the other people that missed this, dude? What?
What?
This is the crazy thing that people were saying we were gonna find in a break time.
100%.
Wow.
100%.
Dude, he's from Japan.
He's from
The guy that
Japan.
built this place was also
Yep.
from Japan. Why
Yep.
Japan? Okay? Like, I get it. Like, maybe it's because the author's there and he just happened to do it. But, like, is this a author preference inserted into the show? Or is this a in-universe mechanic that we haven't discovered yet?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good freaking question. I want to say it's just because the author's in Japan.
Could be.
That's-
Like, I could
that's
totally
what I
see
think.
that being a thing, 100%.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's what I think.
why? So there's already been 3 people, 2 hard confirmed, 1 pretty much confirmed.
Right. Yeah.
The maker of this place. They've been pulled.
And so
Why?
that confirms that Subaru being taken in isn't like a Witch of Envy specific thing. Right? Because he's got nothing
Yeah.
to do with the Witch of Envy. And the other guy was like 400 years ago. So like that doesn't probably have anything to do with that. So
Yeah, like did the Witch of Envy take all of them in? Or did Witch of Envy only take Subaru in? And, excuse me, these guys were pulled in by somebody else. Or was Subaru not even the Witch of Envy that pulled him in? Dude, I almost wish we could go back to episode 1
and
just see the
see
scene
what it looks
of,
like when he's being
Yes.
taken. Yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Dude,
Crazy, bro. What
That's-
the frick?
wild. That is wild.
Crazy, bro. Wow.
What the heck, dude? Yeah. What?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's crazy, bro. That he's just like, yep, just like that. It's crazy that, like, for an isekai to have, like, that not be just unique to one character. It's happened more than once, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
haven't really experienced very many isekais, but like to me that's even like weird that there's not the chosen one that
Right.
almost all stories, right, have like the chosen one, the protagonist. There's a reason why he's the protagonist. And there probably still is for Subaru specifically, which is Returned by Death, but the fact that he was plucked from another world isn't part of that. That's not part of his like chosen one status.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. Also, this headpiece looks like hella freaking soulsy right now too. Like that's like, I'm like, we
True.
need that in the Souls
Yeah.
games. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's very strange, and it makes me wonder if Al has any kind of special ability himself.
He didn't outright say to Subaru, I'm from Japan. He had to tell him the proverbs.
Yeah,
Is
he didn't.
he under some sort of like contract that prevents him from saying things, right?
Interesting, right? Like he didn't go
Yeah.
out and say it either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had to
Subaru
say
and him-
proverbs because literally all you could say is like, I'm going to give you a hint. And he could have said the city. He could have said that he's from what do they have in Japan? Like, they're not states. What are they called?
Oh, you're talking about prefectures.
Prefectures, yeah. It could have been he could have said the prefecture he's from. He could even just said Japan. He could have said Earth. I'm from Earth, bro.
True. True.
He could have said
Yeah.
anything, but he didn't. He had to do it through proverbs.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if he's got some kind of, it doesn't have to be returned by death, but I wonder if he has some kind of limitation, at minimum,
Yes.
some limitation that prevents him from saying it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Entirely possible.
I know we've discussed covering if stories and side stories and all like stuff like that. If there is an if story for Al, I definitely want to know. That should probably be one of the first ones we cover, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's crazy. Well,
Okay.
George is absolutely mind broke right now.
Well, I've tried to like speculate so many times, like why Subaru? What about him? Is he like a failed experiment? Not a failed experiment, but a continuation of experiments by the witch, and all the previous ones have been failed, right? And then they showed this place, and I was like, bro, that theory's starting to maybe have a little bit of weight. Like other people have been pulled and they've all failed, but here we have a current alive member or a person from Japan,
Yep.
but he's like he's
Nothing
a
to do with
side
any of
character
that.
doing side character stuff. Yeah, he's freaking
Yep.
with Priscilla doing who knows what. Like he wants her to be the
Yep.
he wants her to be the freaking queen, probably because she helped him out when he initially landed here or something. I guess not. I don't know how old she is. He's been here 19 years. Dude, now I want to see his face. I've always kind of wanted to see his face, but I really
Now
want to
you
see
really
his
want to
face.
see his face. Yeah. Apparently, they said his face is kind of fricked up.
Oh, I remember that now.
Right?
A little bit, yeah.
He's gone
From
through some
like
stuff.
scar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone through some freaking stuff. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what he looks like. But yeah, it's crazy. I would love to see that if story as well and see like what that's all about.
Hey. Okay. All right. I don't know what to say, dude.
What? There's not much to say. There's not much to say. All right.
Okay.
Well, Very good. We're going to check out some comments. George, you've got a comment you want to highlight. Go ahead.
Yeah, we want to try a new little section thing here in our video. Let us know what you think of it. Any suggestions? We're more than open. We can't highlight every comment, obviously, but we do want to like interact in a more direct way with the community and let you guys know we do read comments and we appreciate them, even if we can't respond to all of them. The comment I want to highlight, and I debated almost not choosing this one because it feels a little like self-congratulatory and like I don't want to do that too much.
Sure.
But it does mean a lot when we get comments like these ones. And it is Felipe or LZ Felipe. I don't know if that's a capital I or a lowercase L. So I apologize for not getting your username right. But Felipe left a comment. Just, you guys cooked hard in this discussion. It's so refreshing to see reactors actually pay attention to the show and interpret information. And, you know, it's just nice when people enjoy how much we enjoy the show and how much we love theorizing about this. So it's, you know, some recognition is always nice. Again, I don't want to go overboard with it, but that was a very nice comment. Thank you so much, Felipe, for leaving that. So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's true. I do agree. I don't love the self-aggrandizement in general, but I think that's one thing that's been the most surprising about the channel is not realizing that we would get comments like that of like, oh, you guys are like paying attention and you guys are like talking and thinking about the show in like a real way. And because like we don't watch reaction content generally, almost at all. So like my reaction to that was like, do people not
do that?
do that when they watch the show? Like they're reacting to the show. You, at the minimum, it's like you're watching it, so you might as well think and pay attention
with it fully.
Yeah, right? So that seemed very odd, but it was very gratifying. And I echo what George says. Like, we love comments like that. Are just like literally such a big part of what keeps the channel going, and that people are enjoying like what we're doing, not just like the reaction, but like the whole thing, the whole Anime Club experience. So yeah. Awesome comment.
And we're not perfect. The audience knows we forget more things than we should.
100%.
Especially 100%. Names. They go in one ear, out the other. But yes, I love engaging with a good story. Graham does as well.
Right.
And so, you know, this is just, it works out great this way.
100%. And I've got a comment as well. It's a very, very small comment from Jacob. Jacob, you were making a comment about my reaction to Regulus showing up for the first time in episode 1.
Episode 1,
I genuinely, like, we try to be as genuine as possible and on here, but we also, you know, we don't want to play it up too much as well, because we don't want to be too, you know, oh wow, crazy, but you also don't want to be like, freaking out, like, you know, over the top and it's not real, right? So we play it right in the middle. That was genuine, absolute, utter freaking shock. I couldn't believe that Regulus was just right there, because I thought it was going to like become this whole thing just like right there, and he was going to just do horrible things. And then he just walked away. I was just blown away. So George had also made a comment earlier of like, oh, you could have used that face as like in the thumbnail. Listen, I know that sometimes we use like these faces. I try not to go too overboard. I try and play it like really, like we don't want to make ourselves look like freaking idiots. Like, look at these guys and their faces in the thumbnails. But you also don't want to be like the face where we also don't want the like just watching normally face. Like, again, try and play it right in the middle of genuine face that they genuinely made in the show, that they didn't play up too much, so that we can use that. Sometimes I've even grabbed faces and I'm just like, no, this face is too much. This face is too much like a frickin' face that like, we can't use this. This is too much. People are going to be like... I don't want to keep the self-congratulatory thing going, but I do like that we use unique faces that actually showed up in the reaction in every thumbnail. It's not like it's not like standard like taking
of faces.
A bunch of pictures and then like having different moods that we slot in based on like how we felt this episode. Nope. At least on the anime club. I don't know what will happen on the game club. Maybe that could happen in the future. Probably not. But at a minimum, it will never happen on the anime club. We will always take a face from, if you see the face that we make on the thumbnail, it is the face that we made in the show. And we didn't make that face to put it on the thumbnail. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think George has. I don't think we ever will. We just watch the show. We have fun and animated, genuine reactions, and that's it. Sometimes it's very difficult to find a face to put on the thumbnail because sometimes it's like, wow, we just...
True.
I'm very expressive. I've always been that way. George is much less expressive. Sometimes like something happens and I'm just watching George's face, waiting for like him to make a face, and he's like, whoa. And I'm just like, no, more, George. I need more.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That is a thing that occurred.
Yeah, 100%. So sometimes it's it is what it is. And I think that's honestly, I like it that way. It feels genuine for me. I hopefully it comes across for everyone else, but that's the way it's going to be.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys for the comments. Keep them going. Let us know what you think about this little section. Again, the effort is to interact with the community more. I think that's it. Go ahead and check out the Patreon, the channel membership, all that stuff to see this 2 weeks ahead of time. And with that, we'll catch you guys next time.
See you, everybody.
Take care.